Welcome to the Ayurvedic Way, where we explore ancient health and cooking secrets from India that have helped people live in balance for thousands of years. I'm Randall Mark.
I'm Amrita Sondhi. Today we're exploring Vastu, the ancient Indian art of placement of your home, your furnishings, your dwelling, and we're teaching you how to cook a delicious and colorful carrot halva.
It's all about how we display our lives and our food and our houses. I talked to an expert in the Indian feng shui called Vastu, all about how you at home can help make your house and home a place that is relaxing and fun. Stay tuned, it's going to be a great show. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode of the Ayurvedic Way, we're talking about the environment, the space we live, our dwelling, our home. The ancient art of feng shui, most people understand that, but there's also an Indian form called Vastu that I just learned, that there's a way of displaying your home so you feel relaxed and at peace. What are we making today?
Absolutely. This is pomegranate salad. Pomegranate is an ancient grain full of antioxidants, prized qualities, gorgeous, and absolutely delicious with the spinach.
Just put it right in there?
You throw it in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the pomegranate right in there.
And then if you could be toasting those pine nuts for us, that would be wonderful.
Look at that. That's
when
easy.
you buy pomegranates, buy them as fresh looking as you can and enjoy the
What does
seeds.
the toasting do? Like, I mean, I got no oil or anything in there, but what am I actually...
It brings out all the flavors of the pomegranate. It's just,
like are these nuts? You're just...
yeah, and brings out the crunchiness. And it's lovely to have different textures in your food.
Okay, so I just warm them up a little bit and toast them. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll keep doing that.
I'm throwing in the red onions, and red onions are gorgeous again. They add the pungent taste. We have the 6 tastes of Ayurveda here: salty, sour, sweet, astringent, bitter, and pungent.
Wow. That looks
Here's
good.
the fresh cilantro. Adds this
sorry about
balances
that.
all the doshas out: fire, earth, wind.
If I make our dressing?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what's all in that?
All right, so in the dressing we've got olive oil. We've got vinegar. Oops,
You know, I love it when we're spilly, because that's everyone else's spilly.
yeah, we
And
don't
just
have to be
because it's on
perfect
TV doesn't have to be perfect.
either.
You can be spilly.
Thank you. I'm going to add a little more olive oil to
Okay.
that. There
this
we
is
go.
our,
Perfect.
mix
Let's
it
watch
around.
our pine nuts, because it's easy to burn those if we
Okay.
don't watch them.
Doing 2 things at once here.
I know, it's hard. It's not easy. Sometimes
Ooh, they're
cooking
nice
with
and brown.
speed.
Look at that, they're getting gold in there. Okay. Those are probably done. Okay. So now what I do, I just put my pine nuts right in there.
Pop the pine nuts in. They've got a lovely toasty flavor. We're salting. Maybe you could do the pepper for me.
You know, a lot of people are scared of salt. Like people go, oh, don't too much salt. You're like,
That's
I'm okay
right.
with salt.
Salt is essential. It's in saline solution. The word salary came from salt.
I'm going to put this dressing on. We're done for our first salad. You mix that up. Looks fantastic. I can't wait to try that. On our next segment, we're going to talk about making a light-colored halva, which is quite an interesting dish. I've never made it, but I'm going to learn it. So stick around. Welcome back on this episode of the Ayurvedic Way. We're talking about the environment we live in. The Indian word is Vastu, which is about dwelling. We're making a dessert dish out of carrots. To explain what we're making.
That's right. We're making a delicious carrot halva. And watch carefully. It's very simple, but it does take your constant attention. We're heating up some good oil mixed with ghee, which adds all the delicious flavor and calms all the doshas.
Yummy.
We're melting this down.
Now I got these cardamom pods. You always use these.
Yes.
And you never want to eat them though. So I just crack them open like that.
Yeah, what Randall's doing is he's just slitting them open so the black seeds stay inside, give us all the flavor, but we don't eat them in our food. we take them out before we eat.
So you put them right in there?
Yeah, thank you so much. We can pop those right in. We've got some cinnamon bark.
Can I put that in too?
Yes, please.
And then I've got a couple of cloves too. And you can show them what it looks like right in there. Yeah, that looks really, really tasty. So that's going to all melt and sizzle up. Take about a minute. And then we add, well, how many cups of carrot? Like
We've got 8 cups of grated carrots.
Now, I found this in the basement. I found this old retro thing that we got at some, I don't know, garage sale.
It's so cool. I love it.
But look at that. It's kind of cool.
It's very funky.
I would never use it in real life, but I'm using it right now because it's kind of fun.
Well, we are using it now in real life.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the thing is if you're at home and you want to do this fast, just use the grater component on your food processor, and you'll have your carrots grated in seconds to make this delicious dessert.
Okay, so no, that's not quite ready yet. Is that ready for me to put that in?
Yeah, we've done this for about a minute. That's fine.
So we put all this in there. Well, I don't know if it'll all fit.
Yeah, let's just take it a little bit at a time. Oh, listen to that sizzle.
That smells good.
Now be sure you stir this frequently. Make sure it doesn't burn. Adjust your heat accordingly. And watch it gently go down. It will shrink in size. Okay. It's absolutely delicious. This brings out the sweetness of the carrots, which turns it into a fantastic dessert. And we've got saffron strands soaking in milk. That brings out the yellow color that's gorgeous and the subtle flavor of saffron. And we've got pistachios and almonds for garnish later.
Wow. So this has to simmer now for about 25 to 30 minutes. So we're going to let that simmer now while and then we're going to add all the other stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, this is all, the carrots have really, really kind of shrunk down and reduced.
Yeah, we've cooked these for about 25 to 30 minutes. We've stirred constantly, added a little bit more ghee and oil to make sure it didn't stick. And we now have all the aromas coming through, the sweetness of the carrots, the spices have melded in, and it's time to add the milk and the cream. This is the milk. Thank you, Randall. That's beautiful. And remember, this can scorch, so we really take a lot of attention.
We don't have it on high heat, so that's okay.
Cream, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Now, can I get the saffron?
The saffron should come in now.
That's one of my favorite things of all times, I'd say. It's like from, what is it, a plant? It's from
it's the filaments of crocus.
Fantastic. I love it.
It's a beautiful
spice. It smells
spice.
so good. Love it.
Isn't that nice?
You know, on this show, we're really talking about the ancient art of how we place furniture and how we live in our dwelling. And the Indian call it vastu, the Chinese, the ancient practice called feng shui. But it's really the same principle. It's about creating space in your house. It's about creating a balance in the place you live. So you declutter it, so you feel alive and whole. We can do that with food too. It's about balancing taste, isn't it?
And colors too have a huge effect. So to calm vatas, you use certain colors that are magentas, whites, violets. To calm pittas, if they're out of balance, they wouldn't use red or black. And kaphas, to pep them up, they would use reds and earth tones and just things that keep them moving up and peppy.
Well, we're going to let this cook for another 10 minutes, and then we'll add our sweetener. So now we've let that cook. Now we just add the sweetener.
That's right. We should evenly distribute it around here.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll be as even as possible.
Thank you, Randall. That looks gorgeous.
Around the outside,
maybe some more in the center. Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
Randall's so great to cook with.
Oh, having fun is what I'm doing. That's what I enjoy about cooking. So on low heat, kind of, you want to get. And what am I looking for here?
Yeah, it's on low heat. We are mixing the sweetener in, which is honey. What did we use? Maple syrup, I think.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you heat and cook with honey, it creates ama. It's toxic. You can heat it. You shouldn't really cook with it.
So you use maple syrup or guave nectar. What did you talk about?
Exactly. That's very good. Yeah.
Now I'm learning stuff.
Very good.
Okay, so we let this cook for 5 minutes now.
You can see how the carrot halva is now coming off the sides very easily. This is how you can tell it's ready. It's now ready to serve.
Try to scoop it up.
Scoop it up.
Okay.
Great.
The flavors. The smell is incredible.
Yeah. And the flavors should be wonderful. I think I gave you a little taste earlier.
Yeah, I did. I snuck some.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Oh, that looks good. We'll just take it all out.
Yeah,
take it all out.
And
then what are you going to garnish it with?
We're going to garnish it with pistachios and almonds that have been crushed.
Okay.
That'll be wonderful. That looks beautiful. Good, actually, right there. Yeah, maybe a little more.
Yeah, in that corner. Gotta make sure it's perfect.
Okay. Beautiful. Now we can garnish it with the.
Okay.
We just go like this, make it look beautiful. This is often used for festivities. If you want to make it heavier, add more cream, more sugar, more sweetener. And if you want to keep it light, do it the way we just did it.
Wow. Well, coming up in the next segment, I talk to a Vastu expert, which is like an Indian feng shui, all about how to create the best dwelling place to maximize the good energy. I got a chance to talk to an expert in the Indian notion of feng shui called Vastu. She talked to me about how to create the best dwelling space.
The ancient art of feng shui is referred to as Vastu in India. Radhika is an expert on this subject at the Salt Spring Spa and Resort, and she explained how to incorporate all the elements of earth, air, water, and fire into every dwelling so that one feels balanced and at peace.
Radhika, you have studied this ancient practice of balancing a room. Many people understand it as feng shui from the Chinese, but the ancient Indian practice is called what?
Vastu.
And what does that mean, Vastu?
It means dwelling or your space or your living environment.
Yeah, I mean, every time I walk into a room, I have a feeling. It sometimes makes me feel relaxed, and I like the way it's kind of laid out. And sometimes I walk into a restaurant or a home, and I feel uptight. Is that the kind of stuff you're talking about?
Yes.
So what's the basic principle of Vastu?
The basic principle is that it brings in the Panch Mahabhutas, which are the 5 basic elements that the universe is made up of and that we are made up of. So fire, water, earth, air, and space.
Fire, water, earth, air, and space.
Those are the 5 main elements that exist out in the universe and that we possess. And so bringing those elements into your environment and how to bring the energies from different elements and to ground them or balance them out so that you can live in harmony with the nature.
Yeah, Ayurvedic practice is all about harmony. It's always about balance. Even those things like darkness and death, they're part of our universe, and yet you say, listen, we need to have them balanced. It's not about putting them off and not, we need to explore them and allow them to be part of our life.
Exactly.
So explain what a typical home could look like with those 5 elements, using the directions.
So you would have in different directions. So the north, you want to get as much energy to come in through the north and east directions.
And that's because there's an image of a person. So imagine a person.
You can imagine a person. Yeah, okay. Exactly. And you want to bring in positive energies from the north.
So that's, in a sense, the north is like my head.
They're like the crown chakra.
Okay,
so you
okay.
Look at a person, and the energy is coming through your link to the universe, the crown chakra. So that would be the northeast direction.
How would a home be laid out? If the northeast is kind of my head, and the energy comes through, what do you put typically in the
northeast?
The northeast, yeah.
The northeast direction, you would put prayer room or meditation room in that direction because it's absorbing a lot of pure divine energy from that direction. In the north direction, you would put, because it's governed by the god of wealth, so you would put like a treasury or any kind of precious possession you have in that direction, so it's balanced and it's looked after by the god of wealth.
So if that's the entrance, the north is kind of the entrance, maybe put an entrance to a home there? Where do you put the entrance?
You would put the entrance much more on the northeast side.
Okay, northeast.
Gaining all the positive energies from that area.
So you kind of tilt your entrance to the northeast, and then traveling down my body, if that's in a sense a home.
Yeah.
What's this space right here?
The middle space is all where there is the God Brahma that resides.
It's the most important in one sense.
The most important God of creation. And
so
that's
this
where
is the creative element.
Exactly. That's where these creative chakras are in our body, and that's where we are linked to Brahma.
And so if this is the space element, you'd want more wide open courtyards or open great rooms, these kinds of things.
Yes. So you want to have as much room as possible in the middle of the house, or have a courtyard so that you can absorb as much energy from the creation.
This idea of balance is so important. Most of us have been raised to just think about function, about packing as much stuff into one room as possible. And what the ancient practice of Ayurveda says, you've got to learn to balance things. This is not going to give you a balanced feel in a room. Well, I've learned so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's been great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Find a place in your home that is only for your training. Hang some mirrors. Make it your little sanctuary for fitness.
Welcome back. When you're doing yoga or any exercises at home, remember the Vastu means that you're creating a wonderful environment for yourself to release the anxiety, to bring in the mindfulness. You could light an aromatherapy candle or place some flowers in a vase.
You know, having dedicated space for working out is so important. I think everyone has an old piece of gym equipment in their home that has laundry hanging on it, it's dusty, never gets used, because it's in a multi-purpose room. It's not dedicated space. Find a place in your home that is only for your training. Hang some mirrors. Make it your little sanctuary for fitness. Today I'm going to show you a movement that you can do at home with a resistance band called a band twist. It's a great move for the whole core, abdominals, obliques, transverse abdominis, and even low back. Slight bend in the knees, shoulder width stance. Arms stay nice and straight, triangle towards the body. You're going to exhale as you come around, and inhale as it goes back. Exhale as it comes around, wrap it nice and tight, inhale as it goes back. You should feel all the muscles in your core working hard. Keep those arms straight, and remember your breathing. Keep the abdominals tight towards the spine. Find a spot in your home, make it yours, and train hard. Till next time, start light and do it right.
This pose helps release trapped digestive gas and the discomfort of bloating. It loosens the joints of the knees and the hips. When we are tight in the joints, we can often get cranky. This position helps loosen us up so that our entire mood is better. Remember to find a relaxing open space in your house to do your yoga. When your environment is decluttered, we feel relaxed.
So now we're going to make another salad. I mean, the whole show has been about balance, about balancing your house so it's inviting. You walk in, you want to relax. Food is the same way. You want to prepare it in such a way that it's beautiful so you want to eat it. What are we making?
Absolutely. We're making a wild rice rainbow salad. And again, remember there's different kinds of rice. Enjoy the different sorts. This is a gorgeous black wild rice. In it, we're adding red peppers. All the colors are here to make it inviting. Keep the Vastu going. There's pineapple to have the sweet taste prized in Ayurveda. Water chestnuts, delicious things go in here. Pecans, cranberries, and
celery.
Oh yeah, thank you for bringing the chilies. He's got a bit of chili to pepper.
See, that's one of my favorite things is a nice spicy chili.
And some green onions.
And then should I make this the oil in here?
Sure.
And it's just an oil and vinegar. That's all it is.
We're just tossing it with oil and rice wine vinegar. Okay. Actually, let's just toss it right in here.
Okay, let's do it. I love it.
Yeah, and I'll mix with you.
You do that. I'll do that.
There we go. Rice wine vinegar, olive oil, tossed together. There's your salad.
Can I do some salt and pepper?
Sure. Season it a bit, and look how gorgeous that is.
Oh, a little bit of pepper.
Thank
See, again, the inviting aspect of the different colors, you have the grains, it's all natural, it's good for you, and you have this, you're appealed, you're drawn in, you want to eat it, just like the space. Have a beautiful space so you can enjoy beautiful food. Now we got all our food on display here. In this episode, we've really focused on the idea of creating the space. We call this your dwelling, or vastu in Indian the language. That's the idea. And we've tried to create this a beautiful space on your plate as well, not just in your home. What do we make here?
We've made carrot halva. We've made spinach and pomegranate salad with red onions, among other things. We've got a medley of vegetables here in various colors, the rainbow wild rice salad. We've got whole grain bread and ghee to calm the vata.
Well, it's a great display. It looks very colorful. I'm going to try this halva. I'm a little scared of it because it's something new to me, but I'm willing to try it.
How is it?
You know, it's very good.
You like the sweet taste?
I know, I love sweets, so this is fantastic.
And the aromatic spices meddled in?
They all come in there. You're not scared of putting like a dessert right with your food. How come?
That's quite Indian. There's a sweet taste right along with everything. The 6 tastes: sweet, sour, salty, pungent, astringent, and bitter. Very important in Ayurvedic food.
Again, you talk always about the balance of our taste. In this episode, we really push this idea of creating a balance in your home. Declutter it. Have a space where you feel so relaxed. And have a kitchen, a place where you're going to enjoy cooking good food. That's how you stay healthy. On the next Ayurvedic Way, we talk all about aging and your skin. I talked to one of the top dermatologists in all of Canada about how to keep your skin looking beautiful.
I can't wait to watch that.
That's going to be fun. Let's dig in.